So I have been alive for 27 years now, and honestly, for the first good half of my life at this point, I would say that all sorts of amazing shows would come on at something like Saturday. Like most of the reruns would be like it would be happening during the weekdays. I find like the occasional really good thing popping up usually on the weekends. Unfortunately, in the later half of my life at this point, media has gone downhill in general. From movies to TV to cartoons, all of it is basically everything is super hyper colorful and flashy. Back in the day, when I was younger, there was a very muted TV show called Miss Spider's School or something, or Miss Spider's... It was something Miss Spider.
The best honeysuckle harvest we've had in 5 summers. Holy cow! And that's our sister, Pansy. Hi. Hello, Philly.
Anthropomorphic spider taking a bunch of low poly bugs on a trip. It was a lot like, I would honestly say was very educational educational and even good for the minds of the kids that were watching it. And then you take in comparison that to something like Cocomelon. Cocomelon is not good for children, okay? I'll tell you right now. Overly saturated to the point where these kids getting overstimulated. They get overstimulated, and the longer they're exposed to it, they get dumber. If you can imagine that. The sheer differences between past and present day media has gotten so wide, it is almost impossible to recognize it. And it leaves a lot of people my age very nostalgic over whenever we go back and look at it. Something like Teen Titans or Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, or hell, even something that's more of a later stage sort of TV show like Chowder. A lot of us will look back on that and think, man, those were the damn days. And unfortunately, it's not the same. It hasn't been the same in years. To our mid to late 20s at this point have just started to, we've given up watching TV in general because there's nothing good on anymore. Nothing fun. The best thing you could hope for is something like Adult Swim, and even that's been falling out since it's basically losing most of its entertainment value. All the good shows are gone, and even between the good shows, let's just say Adult Swim was not exactly the most pleasant thing to watch in the first place. I'll never watch another Mr. Pickles episode. Oh my god, that was so terrible.
Well, I'll go get some hardware supplies.
And what's even worse is that by the time I myself finally stopped watching TV, it was right at the end of the last era, basically, of Cartoon Network. As I said before, they were like overly saturated, overly colorful, and a lot of their humor didn't fit to my own standards. All that's really left of what I could tell, for me at least, was maybe like a few of the Adult Swim shows that would get reruns more than anything on Adult Swim. For instance, Robot Chicken was hilarious. I loved Robot Chicken. A lot of their skits and their parodies were fantastic. Unfortunately, you'd get the really like out there and nasty shows that like I personally never wanted to get into. Unfortunately, I would end up watching a couple of these throughout my childhood, and then I would regret even more so watching certain ones. I'll reference again Mr. Pickles. It just seems that for some reason within the past 10, 15 years, all of the good material has been run out with the mainstream TV stations. And what's worse is it's been leaching out into other media too outside of mainstream television. Movies, games, people are running out of material, and it is sad. I would love to see someone finally be able to bring something back up that would actually be creative and not overly saturated slop. Please, for all that is good and wonderful in the world, have someone make something new and unique again. From something like the Avengers to something like horror games, it's all oversaturated, and I would love to see something new. There's my rant and ramble for the day. It's been a long time since I did one of these. Not since my very amateur video on, I think, what was it, Puka? Gosh, it's been so damn long. But seriously, stop rehashing shit. It's done. It's over. Stop it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all when the hell ever.